Hey everybody, welcome back to Control. It has been about 3 to 4 years since I last played the game, but since the Control universe is also tied into the Alan Wake universe, and with Alan Wake 2 coming out basically in like 30 hours from now, I figure it's time for us to go into this DLC. Now, a few things. Since the way I'm going to be posting this on YouTube, I'm just going to tie it into the same Let's Play playlist as the rest of my Let's Play. I did lose my save, so I had to download a new save, or not a new save, I had to download a save from the internet that had the main game completed without having the DLCs completed, and then this person doesn't have all the stuff completed from the main campaign, so there's gonna be some funkiness in this menu list as to like what we're doing here, but we're just gonna go straight into the AWE Alan Wake DLC, and then afterwards I would do the Foundation. I did actually stream the Foundation DLC. I went through the story DLC when it came out back in like 2020 or whatever. Maybe I just played it back in 2020. But I never posted it, so kind of awkward. But yeah, that will explain, you know, there's some funkiness. So some things, fuck it, like this thing, I forgot to edit this value. There are some numbers that aren't exact to like where I ended off, in terms of like how this, like, I don't know how things are gonna function in terms of like leveling up our abilities. The like ability amount was like maxed out and everything was leveled up, but I got rid of those to try and match what I last left off with in the Expeditions DLC slash part like 34 of this Let's Play. So we'll see. Hopefully I can still at the very least get like ability points and like all the other things needed to level up, but let me swap outfits and then we'll go ahead and get this started. I'm gonna go in as we'll go in as civilian Jesse and make our way to the elevator. Are you sure everything's good around here, buddy? We'll see.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Phaeton sensed a drowning man, a hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh?
Investigation sector. Yeah, I can make my way down there. Let's see what's going on with that. Investigation sector. Normally I would try to do the DLCs in the release order, but from the few things I've seen, the AWE DLC, it's totally fine to do the AWE DLC first and then the Foundations DLC. And so because of timing, we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. All right, I was about to say, can we get the lights going here?
Hello? Anyone here?
Guess not.
It's been many years since I last played the game, so I don't fully remember things, but alright. Q gives me a shield. E lets me pick shit up and then toss it. F swaps between my two gun versions. And they both share their ammo count. C lets me crouch. Control is evading, and then obviously shift is running. Okay, we're just figuring things out live. What do we got here? Missing agents. Whoops. Okay, missing agents. Mr. Kirkland, here are latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead from the containment breach yesterday. Jonathan Connor, Ezra Cruz, Caroline Dempsey, Lindsay Malcolm, Charles Murray, Derek Shaw. Letters of condolences will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You'll be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of reports exist behind the firebreak. they're lost, I'm afraid. Damn. Right on up. We have this unread hotlines thing. Is there extra intel on this?
Engulfed the elevator.
I think there is.
There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss. So it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away. And made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A man desperate to escape. She sensed something else, too. A hunger in the dark. Not unlike the hostile resonance. Waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation Sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
Well, alrighty. I love that little extra information that we get when we
Seems
actually...
a lot more crowded than the rest of the bureau.
Do I not get like a flashlight? That's okay. Casey Inquiry. Mr. Dennis, a request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchangement Agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted, but I'm writing to let you know that we received this case from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with a writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy. Huh. Well, geez. Okay. I wasn't expecting, the DLC to go so straight immediately into like, oh yeah, it's Alan Wake. I thought it was going to be a little bit more like subtle and then like later on in the DLC, it'd be like, oh yeah, no, Alan Wake's around, he's here. No, it just starts off immediately. Alan Wake's writing the story shit about this. His fucking Alex Casey character is involved in this, potentially coming to life in reality. Or someone's just using the name to get around. Darling investigation. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation D0845 was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of anonymous blank regarding inhumane treatment of a blank currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. The majority of blank sector personnel seemed to be wholly unaware of any blank contained there. One blank confirmed the blank's codename to be blank, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the blank research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into blank research. What has Darling been up to here, huh? Why can't I be allowed to have a damn flashlight? Maybe there is a flashlight button, and I'm just like, I don't know it yet because I have to relearn like a bunch of controls. No, I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing it. Oh, but there is a toggle walk button. Nice. I don't always have to be full fucking sprinting, basically. Cauldron Lake update. To Chief Investigator Dennis, it happened again. Third time this year. Something certainly has it out for our blank. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complain about them enough, but why the hell would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a bureau tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Blank Lake if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigations agents. It's only a matter of time before this blank hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Sincerely, Agent Estevez. Or Estevez. Estevez? Sheesh, so many documents in here. Holy fucking shit, developers! You don't need to do this. You don't need to fucking throw 30, text files at me as soon as we walk into the place. Good goddamn Christ. Mix it up. Put some audio logs in here for me or something. God. My fucking throat's bleeding. Oy. Kirkland, I am growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you might want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. You don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. Oh, and don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You're both failures, plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You're choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Zachariah Trench, director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Jesus fucking Christ, he couldn't have been more obvious that he was just kind of fucked up in the head there. You don't want to be my enemy. I'm the director, after all. Director investigation. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, blank was launched into the blank of Director Zachariah Trench. A recent change in blank witness in Director Trench included aggressive blank when blank with other staff has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable blank between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff, although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter. Witness accounts suggest their arguments center around the Dimensional Research Wing and the blank kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's blank as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any blank, and that his fitness to lead is not in question. Refer to file blank for full report. Yeah, this person was dead fucking wrong. Trench was absolutely losing it. Ah! Whoops. Underhill background. Dr. Raya Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to paracriminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector, and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling research to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. I'm good. Is she? It's been so long, I don't remember all the characters from the game exactly, but I remember, yeah, that there was a research lady down in the mold area, the mold zombie place, and that might be Dr. Underhill, but I'm unsure. I don't need to read all this stuff. Oh, wow. Just loot. Okay, well, that one, that one's awkward. I gotta have a lot of that. All right. Get out of my way. the fuck? I need to send bigger shit through. No one's working here anyways. It's okay for me to destroy it all. Ethics investigation. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation P1429 was launched into the legality of the prime candidate program, blank, by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation use executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic blank and blank. Blank were brought into the oldest house and placed under blank examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and has only resulted in the traumatic blank of paranaturally inclined blank. Not only is this in breach of the Ash Act, but it flies in the face of basic human blank. This investigation team unequivocally blank the prime candidate program and recommends that it be blank immediately. Yeah, the program where we like hold people hostage all the way from like childhood to use them to be super powered leaders in our place. Yeah, that's kind of unethical, potentially, maybe. Has anyone... Oh, whoops. Okay. Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to the target AWE like you asked. I'm sending my report directly to you to try and keep a lid on this Grumman Morales desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of them here. Given their records, it is possible they've switched teams like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think Grumman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the Ordinary case, but that was just the adults, if I'm remembering the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings on various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot in the shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. In the meantime, you should send a team out here to cordon this place off, and maybe get the comms guys working on a cover story. Sincerely, Agent Keenum. I think you need to... I think you should have attached some pictures right there. Hold up. How do I change shoulders? Control... Toggle side is R? Oh. Wow. Okay. Tractor procedures. Item is not in Bureau custody. None known. Description, altered effect. A Frank Elk tractor. Olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized responses, or growls. An unmanned locomotion. Considered highly aggressive and dangerous. Huh. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow, owner of Burrow Farm outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrow beneath his tractor. Police arrived, but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panicked calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communication staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item. It responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking of Mrs. Bureau, only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Bureau earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. All right, there's just an angry, growling tractor on the loose.
Now that gate should open.
I didn't even know there was a gate for me to be worried about, really. Oh my god, the documents aren't ending. Tractor supplement. Miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Bureau. Okay. Case summary. 33-year-old man found dead on his property per police report. Remains obtained for coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Autopsy findings: blunt force injuries, head. A. Lacerations, left ear, cheek. Blunt force injuries, extremities. A. Dislocation, right knee. B. Complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus. Extensive trauma, abdominal region. A. Complete avulsion of multiple organs, including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, and kidneys, and portions of the large and small intestine, all missing from scene. What the fuck did he eat? The tractor eat his intestines? Conclusion is my opinion that Mr. Bureau's death is not the result of a mechanical accident as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with animal attack. Huh. Well, unless the tractor was the animal. Resignation letter. To whom it may concern, it is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigations for the Federal Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's blank. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame this situation on our who has routinely ignored my request for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the blank loose inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open that fire break. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The blank has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. Sincerely, William Kirkland. Yeah, I think it's obvious he's talking about Director Trench. Staffing issue. Mr. Dennis. Or Denise? So yes, there's an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny little detail slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managing to keep up the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. Better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson. Yeah, there's just a problem going on overall in the place. You just... there's a reason the staff weren't getting replaced or moved around. Oh yeah, I hope this is all being front-loaded because, like, there aren't going to be any more after this. Good Christ. The purpose of Internal Investigation X039-7 is to examine the containment failure specimen SI-1 that resulted in the deaths of blank agents. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the case, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researcher's notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the blank of the blank, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive blank. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found, only two events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. One, the air filters were changed. Two, an hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Blank entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. Alice Wake? Alan's wife? How'd she get the fuck in here? Huh? Given their connection to the same AWE case, it is likely that Mrs. Blank's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the blank. Investigation is ongoing. I mean, she's made some progress. Talk shit to me again, walk the metal detector. Why, yes, I am carrying metal. And yes, I am armed.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Well, maybe this little file here has some information on it. Blessed Organization. Paracriminal Profile, the Blessed Organization. This group/individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to appearances of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed Organization. I wonder what that one's about. Name drop for potential villains in the next game? Or an Alan Wake 2? Uh-huh. Well. What changed over here? Or am I supposed to, like, throw some shit into this to get in? Maybe I just keep flicking the light. That looks kind of normal-ish.
Do
Oh,
we know
jeez.
each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake.
Whoa!
Who are you?
Mr. Scratch?
Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom.
Oh.
Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role, a character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself.
That doesn't
Working
seem
on it
right.
Together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink.
Why is Dr. Darling in Night Springs?
Yep.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
But we're very close now. You've been writing. You found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Riding.
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
I don't know if I ever could understand what you're trying to say there, Zane.
That was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here?
Yeah, and are we gonna actually directly interact with him, or?
And Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
He was a filmmaker? I thought he was a writer. Well, some things are getting... That's not right. It's not right at all. What's behind this door? Nope, locked. Okay. Hey, there's that circle with the interconnected circles with the dot in between. That doesn't mean anything to me. I don't know what that icon is. Ring ring, anybody here? Okay, I didn't like that. I also don't like that. Huh. Ah, fuck it, let's get some pretzels. No? No pretzels. Whoa. Are we gonna catch an episode of Night Springs? Or am I gonna have to turn everything off? Oh. Oh, that spooked me. It's just the random mission shit. No noise in the motel, please. What we got here? A key, huh? But a key for what? This door here? No. Casino. Direct connection. Time to lose that money.
Dr. Emil Hartman,
Whoa.
devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. A resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Oh, jeez. Well, hold on now. I want to find out more. So Hartman's still, well, potentially alive? What's going on with that? Oh, it said Hartman's final act, huh?
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC, brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Well, geez. Oh, shit. So does that mean... Oh, God. Does that mean that Hartman is not only like an evolved Taken, but also combined with the Hiss? That sounds kind of dangerous. Okay. I guess I'm gonna go have to fight the Thing. But not like from the horror movie, The Thing. That would be probably... I'd probably just die. Huh. Pulling the switch. Okay. I'm just gonna keep pulling it. Let me out! Thanks. Alright. This looks a little better. Maybe besides the destroyed bridge here. Oh. One of those fucking things. Whoa! No! Oops. Oh, I just die? Oh my god. I didn't mean to throw myself off the edge like that. We're going to relearn how to fly. Okay, so I press Control to dash around. There's like a ground pound thing, but I don't fucking know how to do that. Hold on, I gotta get my controls again. It's C or crouch. Uh-oh. Jesus! Was the blood before or after getting crushed by the giant door?
Creepy, damp, and abandoned. Why did Wake want me to come here?
Why do I feel like I've gone backwards? Like in a loop. This area looks just the same as the other area. Is that floating furniture, or is it furniture going in and out of existence? Ooh. Well,
That doesn't look like a house shift. Do I even want to know?
it's not hurting me. So, like, that's not... It's a bonus there. This is a light switch, because I need it. Oh, it's a bunker. Impact melee boost. No, we're good. Okay, hold on. My mods are full. I did partake in the devil's temptation while I had all those supplies. I made some mods to try and like get mods that were similar to what I had beforehand, which unfortunately, it's not like I can steer it. I have to just RNG keep on spamming mods. But I see I'm gonna have to like mass delete a bunch of shit. So that's awkward. Is that grip? Holy shit, that's so... Oh, that's shatter. Okay, that makes sense. It's like, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't... That's what I was expecting. I'm just gonna lock myself in here to keep myself safe from the darkness. Twitter activated their call feature today? What the hell is a Twitter call feature? Is it just spaces, but like one-on-one? That's not like the worst, I guess. But just use the phone or Discord or Skype. Shit, that still exists. Let me out. I don't want to be in the bunker anymore. I was about to say, please fucking attack me. Whoopsies.
Seize! You are mine now!
Oh shit! I thought we were done. Apologies.
Of course, the hiss are already in here.
Oh, you were the last one? Damn, that's awkward. Sorry. You can join your friends.
Whoa. Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
Like, you don't want to, like, crawl your way? Like, through 2-inch long hallways? Oh. Weapon mods full? What the? Oh, you know what? That's fair. God damn it, I hate this. We're like right at the limit. Alright. It doesn't even matter. I don't even want this thing. I wish I could dismantle it on the ground because it's blue and I know I'm not going to care about it that much. Well, then we'll give this a try. Imagine having your phone and it says X is calling. Like, tell me it doesn't look like spicy websites.
Triple X is calling. You better watch out.
Is this a working computer? Not anymore. Ha ha ha. Oh boy, more reading. And this one says foot gossip. What the? Okay. Hello, my feet gossip at night, and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely, me. What? I don't like it when my feet talk to each other, so I put on some socks. I'll shut him up. Hartman arrest. Offender name, Hartman, Emil. Victim names, Wake, Allen, Anderson, Tor, Anderson, Odin, Lane, Rudolph, DeSol, Wendy, Emerson, Thomas. Officer names, Dennis, Special Agent Remy. Code 4, kidnapping of altered individuals, 1 count. Code 8, sanctions against altered organizations, 1 count. Code 37, obstruction of Bureau investigation, 1 count. 74, breaching the Ash Act, 6 counts. Can he really be breaching an act that doesn't actually, like, how does that apply to someone if they don't even know it exists? Offender's property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with an ongoing AWE investigation. Offender's personal effects have been sent to research for analysis. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each except the Anderson brothers due to their senility, and Wake, possibly deceased. And Allen, we don't know what the fuck he is. He's dead. How do I get in there?
I don't believe you that I can't get in that way.
What if I throw a chair through the wall? Oh. Nice. That was sweet.
1 ability point discovered. Hell yeah.
I'm hoping there isn't like any weird shit involving ability points. They're like, oh, you need to like do a certain amount of like damage to certain enemies and then you'll unlock 1 ability point. Because it might be a little bit all skewed for me and I might not I might just have to fudge the ability points. Well, I'm fucking lost. Where the hell am I going? Did we come from over here? Ugh.
Darkness is blocking the door. So now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
Life as the director's rough. Alright, fine. Flashlight!
Light burns it away, huh? Makes sense.
How could I... Should I take one of these instead? This was closer. I love how the game's just like, we're not going to give you a flashlight. Just use our physics abilities to move lights around the environment. It will look cooler, we swear. Ew, what the fuck happened to this guy? Oh. A little bit of a case of having his skin, like, fucking melted off, I guess. Uh-oh. What was the map for this area again? Right. Okay. It's a pretty big place. But what the fuck's going on over here? I don't know if I'm actually making a difference in getting into this. I don't remember how like the mold stuff worked, but I was hoping right there that shooting all that shit would get out of the way. Oh well, that's a problem for us to figure out later, because I apparently don't regen health automatically, so whoopsies. I am in danger. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? Hartman's turned into like a Slenderman type monster. Oh my god. Horrific. much does it cost to level up this stuff? So when I last played the game or at least for Let's Play on YouTube, we were about here with all of our abilities, and I guess they added this, like, next set for, the other DLC, so that's interesting. I should probably just get Launch 6. 75% launch damage. Why is there, like, no difference between these two? Weird. I'm going back. I've got the health now. Just double checking. All right. Wrong button. I was playing Alan Wake a whole bunch. Ow. Alan Wake's use key was E. This game's use key is F. That might get me in trouble on some things. But thankfully, a lot of the stuff in this game just tells me the button prompt I need. That will help reorganize things a little bit. Director, you're gonna need to invest in, like, a flashlight to carry around at all times. It's just probably a good idea. Even if it's just your phone flashlight. Jeez.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Phaeton.
Huh? What do you mean? What's the third thing gonna be? Hold on, I gotta listen to the full thing.
The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're in new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these waves to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Phaeton. There was nothing ordinary about Phaeton.
Thanks for having faith in me, Alan, as you write an absolute fucking monster for me to go against. Hold on. There are some lights back here that I could carry around. I'm fairly certain. Who needs a power source when I can just carry around an infinite energy light all by itself? Yeah. What's this button do? No, I can't interact with it currently. Alright. Eagle Limited Summary. The Eagle Limited AWE-44. Event date May 25th, 2015 in Bloomington, Illinois. Event summary. A train derailment resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries was suspected to have been the work of a paracriminal group known as blank. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or the direct result of the sabotage. The Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, and the intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team on site was able to respond to the train accident within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find emergency processes underway, but also equipment left by the suspected group. A suspicious onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further studies. Am I gonna have to go in this train car too? The Shadow. Paranatural entity A010, aka The Shadow, is an aggressive blank consisting of 3 known types. Type A, localized manifestations of sentient blank, capable of occupying organic and inorganic material, as well as exerting blank over its surroundings. B, shaded individuals, human bodies blank by the shadow. These individuals become notably more aggressive, but do seem to retain blank of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible. Type C, shaded objects, similar to Type B except that inanimate objects are blank solely to be used as destructive tools. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals, see AWE-35, which may imply a shared link to a blank intelligence. The threat this entity possesses warrants immediate exploration of offensive/defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered, to prepare for the eventuality of a blank. That explains why we have these lights in the first place, that I can just carry around. I thought I saw something up there. It's just a trick of the lights, surely. So, where's Hartman going to attack from, huh? Oh, it's a map. It wasn't a trick of the light, it was just the way the map looked from a distance. Whoa. Hey. Is this music from the janitor? Huh. Hold on, we got a million things to read. I went nuts with this DLC. Black Market. A black market hub specializing in the trade of occult talismans, relics, and other assorted ceremonial objects, as well as genuine, altered, and paranatural materials, was raided in blank, Czech Republic, by a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by suspects to escape using altered items resulted in numerous casualties and prevented the Bureau from questioning all participants. The following interrogations revealed that not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but that they seem to be gathering information on altered items and other paranatural materials from sources unknown to the Bureau. The Bureau's concern here is threefold. A, there is a growing underground market for paranatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existence among a niche group of the general public. B, these criminal individuals do not seem aware of the item's paranatural power, and their attempts to activate them could prove devastating if done in populated areas. C, the motivations of these collectors are largely unknown. Yeah, that's kind of... that's not good. Random criminals trying to access supernatural items just for the hell of it, curiosity. Kirkland, so you put me on desk duty just because I did the thing I was fucking hired to do? My job? Wanna know what I call that? Bullshit. Asking us to interrogate these scum without using words like altered items or AWEs or paracriminals is the stupidest thing I've heard in my life, and I've heard some stupid fucking things. They already know the facts. Hell, they know just as much as us, if not more. And they get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words, trying not to leak classified terminology. They already know the fucking terminology. If you think pulling me off the case will stop me, then think again. That piece of shit blew up those tracks. He killed those people. All to make a train turn altered. We have him dead to rights, and you need to let me back in that interrogation cell so I can get him to flip on his buddies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as such. This won't stop unless we stop them. You can go ahead and put me on suspension. See if that slows me down. Agent Hewitt. I mean, if we put the whole place on suspension, there'd probably be a lot of things properly slowed down. Oh, an audio log. Oh my god.
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance. Even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best. But mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how, exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell go and ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck, cooperate. Okay, there we go.
I guess you managed to get it out. What all is on... Oh.
I think I might have finally caught one. The recording better work this time or I swear to God I'll... What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
Is it done now? Okay, I'm looking at this map. Oh, okay, alright. Someone was visiting Austin. They're going all over the place, but not really. They didn't go to Washington. They went to Washington, D.C. What all is going on here? Alright, hold on. What's over in this room over here? Oh, it's just a bathroom. Oh, a well-lit bathroom.
Reminder, all employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month. The Federal Bureau of Control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative planes cannot be claimed. Astral dives do not accumulate overtime compensation. Thank you for your attention.
Hey, that's fucked up. If someone loses, like, hundreds of hours in the astral dive that they were doing for their work, that is real time passed for them. Let's work hard. His life is in your hand. I don't want his life.